Errol Spence Jr. slaps up Mikey Garcia. Now, people, put some respect on it. Put some respect on Errol Spence Jr.'s name. The truth walks this earth like a god. After Charles Martin, obviously. But listen, yeah, people need to start putting respect on him. That performance was nuts. Bossed it.
Pretty much what we said, to be fair. It's pretty much what we said. And I think you could turn around, and I think Anthony Fowler said something about there's weight classes in boxing for a reason, yeah? And
proved it.
And it's proven. I watched that and I thought to myself, this is just a one-sided affair. It was just non-event. And there's no disrespect to Mikey Garcia, because but I look at the physiques, yeah? I look at Errol Spence's physique and I looked at Mikey Garcia's physique. Errol Spence Jr. lives at this weight. He lives at this weight. So to me, it looks like Mikey Garcia was like, you know what, I need to pack on I want to pack some size on, or pack some weight on, because I need to make this weight to be competitive. Errol Spence Jr. This is light work. This is what he does. He proved yesterday. He proved last night that it was just regular. This is what I do, light work, and it looked like one of the lightest work. Fights that he's had, easiest work for me, watching that whole fight. And then not once I look at it and think, you know what, Mikey Garcia is going to have some sustained pressure. Not even. Picked him off. He's like an assassin, bro. Picked him off. Just every shot looked like it was thudding and going straight through.
That's it. By the end, we predicted that the fight would be ended or stopped by between 8 and 10.
And it should have been.
And it should have been. And we're not just saying that because that's what we predicted, right? I've never been a coach, never been a boxer, never been a trainer, but you need to protect your fighter. At that stage, like you said there, when he came out in the 11th round, I think he had about 3 punches, a three punch combination, and every punch, you just go, oof, oof. One of those ones.
Everyone seems to forget that Errol Spence Jr. is a very, very good boxer. He's not just someone that everyone's making a lot of noise about. He's just come onto the scene. He's been around Olympics. He's done everything the proper way, as it were. There isn't, there's not many people out there in that division that are going to be able to keep up with him or beat him. Thurman, I don't think Thurman wants that work. I don't think Thurman wants that work. I don't think he wants that fight. To be honest with you, in his head he's probably thinking, if I can get away with not taking that fight, I will probably go as long as I can, because that is a proper matchup.
I would disagree. I think Thurman would want the fight. I like when Thurman talks about boxing. I think he's respectful and he's honest, and I believe that he's a man of his word, and I think that he will take that fight, because that is the biggest fight out there for him personally right now. But like you said, I totally agree. Like, this is what I say about people putting respect on Spence Jr.'s name, right? Because there's people that they know who they are, right? You look below in the comment section of our preview videos on YouTube, on Instagram, or what it is. People were saying that he's easy to hit. He's not that quick, and he doesn't move that well. And all this kind of stuff. I want to hear what you're going to say now after this performance, because it was just so easy. Like you said, it's a non-event. And now it's like, where does he go from here? And like you said, for me, like, he might need to go up weight to fight Canelo, because that fight is just mad. Imagine the skill level of that fight. Going up a weight to fight.
But then I start thinking that if he goes up a weight, then he becomes like Garcia does. Then he loses that edge, I believe. I think he needs to unify this division. Welterweight's one of the best. I think welterweight and heavyweight are the two weight classes that I love watching.
But the thing is this though, what does a guy need to do? What does he need to do more? Because even now, after this victory, I still hear people saying, so Errol Spence Jr. couldn't take out a lightweight. He went 12 rounds to a lightweight, and raising eyebrows. People, that's what I'm saying. What does the guy actually have to do? And then you got Oscar De La Hoya saying, "Come to me, let me promote you." Did you see that on DAZN USA? And he said, "Well, we've seen how you treat black fighters." And Errol Spence, he's normally quite quiet. I think it's another thing that people say about him. He doesn't really, he's not that he's not that show star or that showbiz thing when you build up a fight, because he's quite, he's quite.
He should let Mayweather do his promoting, as far as I'm concerned. He should go for Mayweather Promotions, because Mayweather will be able to he'll be the mouthpiece. You've got a fighter there that is, mate, I think he's something else. Like, the shots the angles he was finding to hit Matey with. He literally, anytime he wanted to hurt him, he did.
Those body shots were relentless.
Man. And then, like I said, that fight yesterday proved for me that there's people out there who just don't like Errol Spence.
Yeah.
If you watch that fight yesterday, you look at that and think, if he was British and if Eddie Hearn was promoting him, you'd know all about him. Yeah, he's a top fighter, and I would love to see him unify the division. I want to see him fight Thurman. I think he beats Porter quite comfortably. I think he there's no welterweight in that division. Probably I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Danny Garcia, just because he's got heavy hands. I would quite like to see that.
For me, it's Terence Crawford, because the skill level and IQ. That's going to be very interesting, because you might even go about saying the same thing, as in like he will boss it because he's a heavier and bigger guy. But Terence Crawford's IQ is next to none, so that will be.
I think for the next for Mikey Garcia, I think he needs to go back down because I think he's like Anthony Fowler's comment was just spot on. You know that there's weight classes for a reason. His boxing will get him so far, but sometimes if you get. I always say this for boxing: if you step into water, expect to get wet. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to get caught. You're going to get hit at some point, and it's how you take that. Naturally, Spencer's comfortable and at that weight, and after a while it got quite hard to watch, because obviously we are still Mikey Garcia fans and we do like and respect everything that he's done, but it's hard to watch somebody like that getting taken apart.
Yeah.
So.
And do you agree that the fight? The corner should have stopped it.
I think it should have been stopped. Yeah, but I think at one stage they asked him. Yeah. So.
But the fighter's never going to say, "Yeah, take me out." Yeah. And I know that the Mexican style, and they'd never give up. And we did say that it could go to points he might not give up. But it wasn't like he's doing a heroic performance whereby it's the exchanging blows.
It's a puncher's chance.
It's just like, come on now, you should take him out. Yeah. So, and like you said, he should definitely drop down weight. And Lomachenko. That's the fight. Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko. That's a nuts fight. But once again, you probably would favour towards Lomachenko because of the IQ level. But that's a huge fight. Do you know what I mean?
So yeah, so to wrap this up, I think it was, from my perspective, class performance, Errol Spence Jr. And people need to start really giving him props like he deserves. And I think he needs to fight Thurman next.
What about before we finish the Pacquiao thing? Pacquiao came out in the end. It looks like he wants it because of the name, but I personally, Pacquiao, I would stay way away from Errol Spence Jr. You come at the end of your career, you don't want to end like that, bruv. I'm telling you now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that still an exciting fight for you, though?
Well, I'd always watch it because obviously Pacquiao's a legend, and I would always watch Pacquiao. And obviously, because I'm a big, team Spence, so I'm always going to watch Spence fight, and I'm always going to watch Pacquiao because of what he's done through us growing up. But do I think it's something that is going to put his name on the world stage? Everyone's going to look at that and think, oh my God, yeah, he's here now. No, it's not. If he goes and takes out Thurman, yeah, that's when everyone around the world's going to be like, oh, hold the phone. He's all right, this lad. That's my opinion. Obviously, it's a good money fight for him, and it's all about making money for these guys, which I completely get, and I would, go with it on that front. But boxing-wise, I want to see him